Welcome, Theatre Addicts. My name is Danielle Benson, and I am here with the creative team from Rabbit Hole by Frolicking Divas Productions, and they are part of the Dramatic Work series at the Van City Culture Lab this year. Drama. Very, very dramatic. So we have Linda, Chris, Lori, Braden, and Nikki here. I am going to get them to introduce themselves fully as well when they chat to you. Fully. But yeah, I just want to thank you all for taking the time out to be here on Granville Island with me and chat about your show.
Cool. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Rabbit Hole is an existing script, just like all of the plays are in the Dramatic Works series. So who would like to talk a little bit about the play and its history and why you chose it?
I can do that. The play was originally produced in 2005. It was commissioned by the Manhattan Theatre Company. It was written by David Lindsay Abaire, who is a graduate of the Juilliard playwriting program that was run by Marcia Norman and Christopher Durang. David Lindsay Abaire kind of cut his teeth and made a name for himself writing absurdist comedies, very much inspired by Christopher Durang. This was his first realist play. It was produced for the first time in 2005, starred Cynthia Nixon, Tyne Daly. It was nominated for 5 Tony Awards in its initial run. It won 1. It won Best Actress for Cynthia Nixon. It was also the winner of the 2007 Pulitzer Prize for Drama. Mm-hmm. Very, very exciting, very, very well received play. Yeah, beautifully written.
So why did you choose it?
I found it while I was actually looking for a project for Lori and I to do together, and I loved it. It's so well written, and it's I think a real actor's play. It was really, really exciting to kind of think about digging into that with a group of people. I really responded to that personally.
You were about to say something about Rabbit Hole.
I was. Braden and I met when we did Theatre BC's main stage a number of years ago, and we were looking for a project to do. We originally were going to do John Guar's Landscape of the Body, I think.
Yeah.
But he aged out, so...
Not 14 anymore. 17, yes. 14, no.
Basically, Braden sent it to me when I was on my way to Sundance, and I read it on the plane and loved it, and said, yeah, absolutely. I asked Linda to come on board. Linda Darlow, 2018 International Women's Day honoree, UBCP. Congratulations.
Speech.
Yay. And Leslie Brownlee, who's not here today. She plays Izzy, my sister in the play. And Nikki Anderton is our director. And the wonderful Chris Nolan, is playing Howie, my husband. Linda's Nat.
I'm the mama.
What was because again, it's previously probably skipped, so it's a little bit different from some Fringe shows. Mm-hmm. What was the audition process like? The rehearsal process? What's it been like?
I can speak to the audition process.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. There was no audition process.
Well, there you go.
0. I have the dubious honor of knowing a lot of talented people here in Vancouver, so I asked friends to jump on board the project, and I'm very grateful to have gotten the dream cast that we wanted for this project.
We were very lucky. The first words out of Lori's mouth after she read the script were, "I want Linda Darlow for my mom." And Leslie Brownlee and Nikki Anderton came up very, very quickly afterward. And I think Linda recommended Chris. But we were very lucky. We got literally the first name pitched for every part.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Doesn't always happen.
No, not at all.
Super grateful for that.
My first reaction to it was palpitation. It was such a close and personal story, and then it was big part, and first Fringe show, and
nice.
Yeah. So I was scared, but then when I read it, I just fell in love with the story. And then I think it was like a year later. We were going to do it a year ago, and then it was put on hold for a bit.
Toronto. Some company in Toronto had the rights, so they couldn't do it right away.
Since she asked me again, I got on board. And Linda also, it's a big part of me wanting to say yes, but I've always loved working with her. She's a mentor of mine.
Me too.
So it's a real honor to work with Linda and Lori and the whole cast. It's been just brilliant. The rehearsal has been fantastic. I sort of like, I can't believe I said no originally, because I was this is just.
I never heard the no. It's interesting. Just to hear it.
That wasn't really no. It was more of a hum and haw.
Okay.
You know, but it came around, and it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but you love Nikki. and you love her directing.
Yeah.
So she's going to direct it. So come on.
That's true. Right? I'm a big fan of Nikki, so I got a chance to work with her.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, all the right reasons.
For me, I had already done a David Lindsay Bear play called Good People, and the guy just writes parts for me. So I had done a read-through of this play a couple of years before we did the first read-through with you.
Oh, right. There
So
was
I
another
was
company
familiar
working
with
on
it.
it.
So then when she came along with it, I was like, okay, I'll do a reading, and then it just kind of evolved, and then son of a gun, we were doing it. And like I said, he writes parts for me.
So you were like,
does,
that's,
yeah.
that's mine.
Keep it
That's
up,
my
David.
role.
Keep it going.
I had to do it. So I'm in.
Yeah.
And she's a phenomenal producer. And it's a very strong group. So, yeah, and a great play. Really good play.
Yeah.
I hope I'm the comedy relief. If you do come, feel free to laugh. It's so serious.
Yeah.
It's such a heavy story. That I just hope that people take the moments that do lighten up a little bit, just to relieve the pressure of the heaviness of
You
what's
do need
going
to
on.
siphon off that tension just a little
Yeah.
bit with a giggle
Yeah.
every now and again.
And David
yeah.
Lindsay
Yeah.
Bear is brilliant at writing that kind of stuff.
So good at writing families,
Yeah.
the family dynamics. I don't
Yeah.
think anyone who sees it couldn't relate somehow.
This is the company's essentially first staging of Rabbit Hole. They have done one preview performance in Vancouver, but this is new and exciting. And so tell me, you're probably kind of still in your rehearsal process. Tell me a little bit how that's going.
Ooh, we're right at the end of our rehearsal process. So we did have a preview last night. We've got 2 more rehearsals. We're right at the end. We're putting some finishing touches on. You know, not any major things, just some staging things, because we're moving from the rehearsal venue now into the theater. And you know, we've been rehearsing in a space that is slightly smaller than the theater's going to be, so things are going to change. So we're just putting some finishing touches on. Yeah, and then we move into the theater on Thursday, do our technical rehearsal, and then opening night the same night.
I know not everyone in the cast is here, but from you guys, what your Fringe experience has been up till now. I know a lot of you have been in Fringe before. I don't know if any of you have never been in Fringe. Anybody?
My first French show.
Yeah.
Really? What? That's some newbies! We've got some seriously well-established actors here who've never been in the Fringe. It's crazy.
Sometimes we don't have time to do a play.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Because we can't do film and a theater piece at the same time.
Yeah, you gotta make a choice.
Yeah, Linda's actually
And-
turning down work right now to work with us.
Playing a tiny violin for Linda.
If
Yeah.
I want to do a play for my soul, which I do occasionally, I just take myself out of work. I just don't go for any film work that might be shooting in the first 2 weeks of September,
Yeah.
because can't do both.
And I think audience members really need to appreciate this, but you know, it's something to be aware of, that in order to do theater, actors really need to clear their schedule. They can't do, you know,
yes.
any work that comes up, and obviously that work, not obviously, but usually that work pays better. So to take off time to do theater it's very much a soul project for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
So film work is the money project.
That's right.
Theater is the
And also
soul.
good, also good. It's
Pays
different.
the theater.
Yeah.
Thanks for my experience in the theater. Yeah.
Totally. So for those of you who have done Fringe before, what's your favorite part about Fringe?
Oh, there's so many great things about Fringe. I love the Fringe for All, which we're going to be participating in, which is super exciting. I love meeting new people, the energy on the island, going to see the live bands at the Fringe Bar, just, you know, sharing leaflets for our shows, and just the support, the community support is, it's outstanding. It's really great. I mean, the one downside is I often don't see all the Fringe shows that I set out to see at the beginning. So I've actually cleared my schedule, and I'm not working during the 2 weeks of the Fringe as well, so I can see as many shows in between our shows. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not humanly possible to see all the shows
No.
in Fringe, which is what is so sad. It's
And then
not,
there's
not
the-
physically
yeah.
possible.
And then there's the cabaret of something. You know, you Fringers. That's always fun too. Yeah.
Nikki, you've done Fringe before?
I have. I've produced and I've stage managed in the Fringe before. And it's wonderful to meet artists and to see new shows and the buzz. It's such a great time of year to be out and about and seeing new shows. And you can see a lot of them because, you know, the commitment is only, you know, an hour long for most Fringe shows. This one's a little bit longer, but yeah, for most shows it's just an hour and you can see a lot. So, yeah, it's great.
You roll it all in there.
Yep.
And for those of you who are new to Fringe, what are you looking forward to being part of a show in Fringe? It's a bit different from being an audience member. It's quite different.
Yeah, it is. I guess. Well, first of all, I think we're so well taken care of by the volunteers. There's so much of the heavy lifting is done by them. I'm really impressed by the way they're organized, and so personally, from my experience so far, I just have to parachute in and be an actor, and Lori is so good at taking care of us as well. So as far as the Fringe experience is concerned, it's a lot of the work is done for us, and it's so great. It allows us to access our creativity more, and yeah. So and I've done tons of Fringe shows, so I love the atmosphere down here on the islands. Which I know we're not down here, but it's a very great feeling. And food trucks and bands and everything.
Yeah,
It's so
the
much
food
fun.
trucks are good too.
Yeah, and there is a sense of more camaraderie amongst the shows rather than competition.
Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely.
Somehow it seems to be very collaborative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Linda?
I'm looking forward to it being over.
She means that in a good way.
I'm old, and this has been challenging.
Yeah.
15 minutes loading in, 15 minutes loading out. Are you
Yeah.
kidding?
That's challenging. Yeah.
But that's one of the things about the camaraderie. Everybody does pull together.
Yeah.
One show helps the other show, the show helps that show, because you're moving so fast, but I'm a little slow. So, yeah. It's my first one, and I've had the experience, and I don't know that I'll be back to the Fringe.
Maybe as an audience member. Maybe as an appreciator.
Oh yes, I can appreciate the shows,
Yeah.
and I have. I have no idea what went on to get the Fringe on. So I have a great admiration for how everyone does it, but that doesn't necessarily mean I want to do it.
Yeah.
It's a very intense process.
Well, and the
Yes.
dramatic work series is so different, right? Too. I mean, we have a very prop heavy show with big set pieces. I mean, that's not really the norm for your average everyday solo Fringe show or something like that, right? It's we're very grateful to be doing our second. We were part of the inaugural dramatic work series with Sheila Callahan's Lascivious Something the first year it came out, and that was a lot of fun. And we had a fair amount of set pieces that we built for that as well. So it's a little different. I mean, I know I saw a couple other shows of the dramatic work series, and all they had was umbrellas and lighting. I was like, oh, what a great show! That's a good pick. Genius.
I might consider one of those.
Right.
I don't know though, the whole thing.
Yeah. It is
I
a lot.
love the way TJ Dawkins enters. I guess Bach sits on, he does the whole show.
Yep.
Just the one guy.
Yeah.
Really love
Yeah.
Way to do it.
He's touring right now. He'll be here.
You
that.
will?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's also a lot of work for 6 shows.
It
There's
is only
6
6 shows.
opportunities
Mm-hmm.
for everyone, for all of them, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work for 6 performances.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not a long run if you're only doing one of the
Yeah.
Fringes. If you're doing the circuit, it's good to have that.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah.
traveling this one, are we?
No, not today.
Yeah.
So I can swing a big tour bus. I'll talk to you about it, Linda. Don't I? Yeah, props to the people that do that. There's
Yeah.
people that have been fringing all summer that come all the way across
And
Canada.
Vancouver is at Divine
And they end
Destination.
here, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Bryn, what are you looking forward to?
Affordable ticket prices. No, I'm inclined to agree with Chris.
You get a rush pass.
There you go. I like that it's an atmosphere that fosters the ability to see as many shows as possible. You know what I mean? I don't know how many I'll get to see, but yeah, it's nice to be in a situation where people actively want to go and see everything.
What do you have to tell audiences about why they should come and see your show? Anybody?
Well, I can say one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the show description, by the way, we just took from Dramatist Play Service directly. I mean, that's what they wrote about their own show. So I figured that was a good way to go about it. I think it's a really good show for showing the different stages or different ways in which people grieve a loss, because there's no cookie cutter answer and there's no one way to do that. I think anyone who's ever suffered any kind of loss or experienced grief or has odd family dynamics, I don't know if you can relate, would completely get our show. It's written very well. David Lindsay Aubert wrote a really lovely play, and he writes people really well.
It's a really human, honest portrayal of people, individuals, personality types dealing with grief. And it's not necessarily a make good, make everything okay, happy ending kind of thing. And actually, which is part of the heaviness of it, allows you to experience how these people are experiencing their grief. That you can laugh, you can cry in this show, but that's the catharsis of theater. So come have a cathartic experience
Kind of like lancing the boil.
and laugh occasionally at me.
Yeah.
And Izzy, she's
Yes.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
Izzy's pretty funny.
It's good. I
Yeah.
think I'm pretty hilarious too.
Absolutely.
Just saying.
I don't know.
I'm not really.
Maybe on stage.
I just cry a lot.
It's a play that comes from the heart, though. It's and I think watching it, it gives permission to know that it's okay to grieve in different ways. It's not. It doesn't have to be the expectation of grief and stuff. That's why there's humor too. Because you're saying at a funeral and you break out in laughter. It's a kind of an odd reaction, but that's what you do. And that's what this play gives us permission to go there.
Yeah.
It's definitely from the heart, and that's what attracted the play to me. And then I found it, and yes, it resonates with me. That's
Absolutely. Tidbits, why should people see the show? No?
I think Linda hit the nail on the head for me. It's the authenticity. It's not it's not precious and it's not flattering. It's very, very real in the way that it portrays these people, and it doesn't judge them. I think it's just very, very honest. Yeah, I really responded to that. It's so well written. Oh. Yeah, I can't even form a coherent thought. It's just so good.
And maybe the performances would be nice.
I mean, we'll see.
yeah, that's pretty good.
I think the actors have done an incredible job of bringing Rabbit Hole to life in a real and honest way, which is exactly how David Lindsay Aubert wrote this. And it's a great show.
I love the Dramatic Work series. I'm really excited to see some very deep and dark theater and some very light theater, and the previously published plays gives you maybe a little bit more of a chance to kind of dig deep into something to balance out the wonderful Fringe experience. So thank you all so much for being here.
Thank you.
I am here with most of the creative team of Rabbit Hole, which is by Frolicking Divas Productions, and it is happening at the Van City Culture Lab as part of the Dramatic Work series at the Pulch. And we will see you at the Fringe. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.